Many people grow up believing a comforting idea, that emotional connection must always come before attraction. Because of this belief, they often invest too much, too quickly, and lose momentum before anything has a chance to grow. What's often misunderstood is the sequence of attraction. People lead with explanation and reassurance when they should first create interest and presence. They try to build deep emotional bonds before the other person has even felt curiosity, confidence, or emotional energy in the interaction. When the sequence is off, things stall early. Rejection usually isn't about being bad or unworthy. It's often about timing and order. Attraction follows a process, not good intentions alone. If you observe honestly, you'll notice an internal conflict many people carry: the fear of being misunderstood or reduced to shallow intentions. Ironically, that fear can make behavior feel tense or performative, overly careful, overly agreeable, and disconnected from natural confidence. Trying too hard to appear perfect or harmless often signals insecurity rather than strength. People sense emotional undercurrents more than words. The result is predictability, comfort without spark, respect without impact. Nothing wrong, but nothing compelling either. Psychology has long shown that first impressions are largely intuitive and unconscious. We form emotional responses before we form explanations. Before stories are told, energy is felt. Before meaning is discussed, presence is evaluated. That's how human interaction works. Emotion comes before logic. Feeling comes before reasoning. When we try to reverse that order, we create resistance instead of connection. Trying to prove reliability before establishing attraction often leads to being overlooked rather than appreciated. This creates a neutral space, safe, polite, but forgettable. There's no tension, no curiosity, no emotional pull. Most people take this path because they fear rejection. But fear shapes behavior in ways that quietly undermine confidence. Connection needs balance. Stability without energy feels flat, and energy without respect feels unsafe. Attraction lives where both exist together. Attraction is not born from early affection. It is born from presence, silence, intention, and contrast. The order has always been this way. The sooner you accept this, the sooner your behavior begins to create real impact instead of quiet rejection. The next chapters expose what few men are told, how she truly chooses, why attraction comes before love, and what must change. When you understand this hidden game, you stop begging for affection and start positioning yourself as the prize. And when a man assumes this position, everything changes, including how women feel his presence. The first male mistake is believing love must be deserved before desire is generated. There is a posture that silently destroys a man's presence, and most never realize they are trapped in it. It is the impulse to demonstrate virtue before demonstrating instinctive value. The insecure man presents himself as an emotional service provider. He compliments too quickly and offers help before it's needed. He tries to be pleasant in every sentence, adjusting himself to avoid discomfort, believing this makes him special. In the female mind, this places him in the social circuit, not the erotic one. She sees him as functional but not magnetic, useful but not felt. The application is simple. In your next interaction, remove any act meant to convince or impress. Enter with neutral energy, offering nothing, just observing. Let the space work for you. When you do this, her mind no longer categorizes you as submissive, but as a man with his own rhythm and criteria. Biology explains why this path works. The female brain evaluates interest before affection, instinct before emotion. In 2019, researchers showed that pleasure and reward centers activate more from sexual stimuli than from neutral affection. Her brain decides who is interesting long before it decides who deserves care or trust. Attraction happens instantly. Emotional connection is a process that unfolds with time. When you offer affection too early, you position yourself where instinct does not exist. The application is direct. Maintain firm posture, controlled eye contact, and intentional pauses in speech. These signals are read as calm dominance. This is where desire quietly begins. There is a break in expectation most men misunderstand. Showing care and dedication too early often reads as insecurity, not value. Early investment always reveals fear. Fear of losing, fear of not being chosen, fear of not being seen. The selective man transmits value. He is interested but not surrendered. He creates space while maintaining mystery. That tension feeds desire. The application is simple. Alternate depth with silence. Reveal curiosity without revealing your entire life. Let contrast do the work. Desire is born in the space between what she knows and what remains undefined. Science reinforces this dynamic. Kindness is attractive only when paired with confidence and clear intention. Without those signals, kindness is often interpreted as submission. The problem is not being kind. The problem is being kind out of fear. Adjust to the edge of your kindness. Speak slower. Remove urgency from your tone. Show politeness without rushing. Show interest without trying to buy intimacy. Her perception changes when she senses your kindness comes from control, not need. Before any interaction, apply a simple filter. Ask what you truly want. Are you trying to be desired or are you trying to be approved? This question exposes the root of your behavior instantly. If you seek approval, reduce intensity. Stop explaining, stop compensating, breathe deeply, reset your rhythm, return to your center. When intention shifts, energy shifts. When energy shifts, presence shifts. And when presence shifts, female behavior shifts with it. When she tests you, it is not cruelty. It is instinctive selection. She is not attacking you. She is screening for stability. The biggest emotional trap is mistaking feminine provocation for rejection. The common man feels tension rise and reacts by trying to prove he did nothing wrong. This need to justify turns every test into an attack on his value. But she is not rejecting you. She is observing how you handle pressure. She wants to see if your energy collapses under stress. When you react with defense or explanation, you confirm what she avoids. A man who loses his axis easily. The application is silent and direct. When she provokes, stay calm. Smile naturally, not nervously. The signal is control, not charm. She does not read your words. She reads your stability. What matters is not the phrase you say, but the presence you maintain. Emotional security means remaining whole inside your body. When she tests you, she is verifying internal stability, not behavior. Most men fail by rushing to resolve discomfort immediately. They try to be accepted too fast and lose authority in the process. The key skill here is rhythm. Do not rush. Do not fill silence automatically. Silence, when controlled, becomes an instrument of authority. Pauses communicate maturity without explanation. When you control cadence, you control emotional tone. There is a difference between men who attract and men who chase. Most men react, the rare ones breathe. The reactive man tries to prove himself and fix discomfort. The stable man absorbs provocation without changing tone. He does not speed up. He does not lose rhythm. This contrast reveals silent emotional strength, and that strength is instinctively attractive. When provoked, respond with curiosity, not defense. A simple reply like, "Interesting. What made you think that?" shifts power. It places you as observer, not defendant. She feels your stability without needing explanation. Science confirms what instinct already knows. Calm, confident expressions are rated more attractive than excessive friendliness. A relaxed, grounded face signals value more than constant smiling. This destroys the myth that you must always appear friendly. Reduce nervous smiles. Let them appear by choice, not obligation. When your expressions come from control, they gain weight. There is a protocol separating fragile men from dominant ones. Absolute neutrality under pressure. The more emotional the topic, the calmer your tone must be. This is not coldness, it is self-command. Men who react quickly expose anxiety. Men who hold their axis communicate power. Before responding, exhale slowly and reset your body. This pause dissolves impulse and restores presence. Speak 20% slower than normal. This slight deceleration signals stability and dominance. The natural order of attraction explains why desire comes before love, even when it is denied. The modern illusion is believing words while ignoring instinct. When she says she needs connection first, you hear narrative, not behavior. Her body never lies. Posture shifts, gaze lingers, breathing changes. All of this happens before emotional bonding begins. The mistake is trusting speech instead of observation. Evaluate behavior, not discourse. Notice body direction, shoulder angle, silence, and eye contact. These signals reveal truth before words ever do. Biology supports what experience already shows. Women assess masculinity, posture, confidence, and energy first. Sexual instinct is always the initial filter. This is not superficial, it is survival. Only after instinct responds does bonding appear. The body chooses first, the mind follows later. The practical application is physical presence as an extension of internal value. Open shoulders, aligned chin, firm voice, and deliberate rhythm matter. These cues signal health, strength, and stability to the unconscious. There is a belief that romance must come early, but romance only grows after instinct is activated. When you rush connection, you become predictable. Predictability kills attraction. The man who creates desire first creates space, not pressure. He is felt before he is understood. This is what allows romance to appear later. Declare intention without declaring dependence. Interest attracts, neediness repels. Science supports this sequence. Strong attraction often precedes emotional attachment. The body reacts first. Commitment follows. The practical method is tension through rhythm. Hold eye contact slightly longer than normal. Move slowly. Speak lower. Reduce sharp movements. Tension is invisible but deeply effective. There is a presence few men understand. It is not aggression or performance. It is intention without anxiety. A firm gaze with a relaxed face, being fully there without forcing momentum. Train eye contact for most of the interaction. Keep your body still and grounded. This creates polarity and focused attention. She feels you before she thinks about you. Attraction is born in this space. Most men never enter it. To master this game at a rare level, you must understand the code of seduction. It is not surface tactics or memorized lines. It is emotional reading, body language, and the psychology of desire. It reprograms how a woman perceives your presence. This knowledge is not popular because it is not entertainment. It is behavioral engineering applied to real attraction. That is why it rarely appears in common content. The system exists for men who want clarity, not illusion. Now comes the central truth most men avoid. Female attraction never begins with affection. First comes tension, then connection. Only after that does bonding occur. Men fail by walking the sequence backward. They offer emotion before presence. They open their heart before proving impact. This failure is not cruelty or manipulation. It is biology and instinct at work. Ignore the order, and you become harmless, predictable, easy to decode. Men fail because they follow the wrong sequence. The more they rush bonding, the slower attraction becomes. The female mind responds to impact, not devotion. To contrast, not explanation. Seduction is perception, not intention. What matters is what she feels in the first minutes. Without tension, no amount of emotion compensates. Presence must come before vulnerability. Value is perceived before it is proven. Vulnerability without value becomes neediness. Vulnerability after value becomes connection. Show control before showing your heart. This is where attraction becomes inevitable. Build the internal image of a man with access, purpose, and his own rhythm. Only after this foundation exists should emotional depth be offered. Respect is not earned by exposing your heart. Respect is earned by demonstrating control. The feelings she develops come from the impact you create on her instinct. Your gaze, posture, and silence shape her perception before words ever do. When presence is strong, her mind begins projecting, imagining, desiring. That projection creates emotion, not the other way around. Once you see this mechanism, the game becomes readable. You recognize why you were ignored and where you lost power. You understand exactly what must change. This knowledge makes old behaviors impossible to repeat, because now you see the invisible order behind attraction, the underground engine separating common men from rare men. And once you understand it, you never move blindly again. If you want advanced techniques that appear nowhere on the internet, you must go deeper than surface advice. This is about decoding desire, reading female body language, and mastering invisible psychological scripts. It is not motivation, it is not theory. It is applied understanding of how attraction actually works in real time. This system was built for men who refuse to stay confused or powerless. Men who want clarity, strategy, and control over how they are perceived. The code of seduction is a complete framework, not random tactics. It teaches you how to be felt before you are understood, how to create tension, presence, and authority without forcing anything, how to stop being neutral forever. This knowledge is not meant for everyone. It is for men willing to confront uncomfortable truths, men who choose awareness over illusion. The link is in the description and pinned comment. Enter the code of seduction now,